Hi, friends.
Hi to everybody.
You're probably wondering, what the heck happened? Me too.
No.
That was
Okay.
crazy. It's been a crazy couple days.
Yeah. Let's start from the beginning. I'm from Venezuela originally, as many of you know. The situation in my country is a little bit complicated with the passports. So a few countries allow Venezuelans to travel with their expired passport. I also permanent resident of Canada, so that allowed me to enter in other countries as well. So we planned this trip back in October.
Yep.
So before we got the tickets and everything, I made sure to call the consulate of Dominican in Toronto to make sure I was allowed to get in with my expired passport.
Yeah.
And they said, yeah, of course, there is no problem. If somebody's gonna have a problem, it's gonna be the airline, but our government doesn't have a problem. You are more than allowed. There is a resolution that was done 2021 that allowed you to enter with your expired passport. So okay, perfect. I told Morgan, let's do it. Yeah, I'm allowed.
So we booked our flights, and about like halfway towards our actual vacation between October and now, probably like late December, Alejandra was just getting this gut intuition. So she's like, you know what? I'm going to call the consulate again just to confirm
again. Yeah.
Everything's good. So she did, and they said, yeah, it's almost like no big deal. We told you it's good. You're okay. You can go.
Like they stop bothering us, kind of thing. Like, okay, perfect. You just want to make sure. And on Thursday, before we flew here on Friday, I went personally to the consulate.
So she went to the Dominican Republic consulate located in Toronto in person because, again, she was getting this spidey sense that she listened to.
And I wanted to ask them, can you write me a letter? I just want to make sure. I don't want to go. And they say, no. You don't need a letter. You can just get in. Everybody know about this. If you want to print something from the internet for the airline. So I did.
So we got to the airport actually Friday morning when we flew out. I thought we like really killed it. So like we ordered the cab. I loaded it up when it arrived 5 minutes early. We literally got in the cab the moment we had hired it for. We got to the airport early, knowing that sometimes there's issues with explaining to people her passport situation, but they had no problems. We showed the article and boarded the plane. Everything was on time, and it was a really smooth morning. So when we got here, we looked out the window and I was like, when you get that feeling when you're going on vacation, you're like, yes, the crystal clear water, the warmth that hits you as you step off the plane. I was like,
yeah. And I have to
time.
admit, Dominican has really beautiful beaches. I'm not gonna deny that. So we were really excited. Also, Morgan came with her whole family because they're looking into investment. So it was pleasure business kind of.
Yes.
Like that's why it was planned for so long. Like they have appointments with realtors. Like it was this big thing. Yeah. We were coming here to see the vibe, to see if it's a possible vacation place or a long-term
investment. So we were ushered into the family line. Thankfully, I really appreciate those, especially now that we have Alaia, who's small, and understand the importance of them. So we went up to customs, and it's pretty standard. Like when people swipe her expired passport, they typically take a moment to look at it or ask what's going on.
Yeah.
So,
well, in the States, no, but in other countries, yeah. Okay, so they immediately, she's like, no, this is expired, let's go to the office. But okay, I told Morgan, let's go to the office. Let's see what happened. And I have this article print. It was in English though. It was in the Spanish version, and it wasn't the official version from their government website. That was my mistake. However, the consulate assured me they knew, and it's immigration. Like I think in these departments are the first departments to know about these resolutions that the country have with other countries. I mean, that's what I will imagine, right?
Yeah.
Anyways,
so I was left standing at the booth with Alaia, and Alejandra was ushered into the little room. And this is kind of where the xenophobia took place.
So as soon as my passport got to the big boss, I guess like the one there is always one official who is like the boss of everybody. She just looked at my passport, and I don't know if she didn't include that I speak Spanish. I can't understand what they're saying, but she literally says something like, if you translate, another Venezuelan, another one of these, no, send her back. Like she didn't even want to look at my PR card. She didn't even want to look at the article. She didn't even want to Google this resolution. She was already set in mind that I have to leave. And she's like, you have to go. And the whole experience was really traumatic for me because I have never been treated like that. I feel like I robbed somebody or I killed somebody. It was horrible. Like,
yeah, definitely Alejandra was treated like a criminal. There was a couple nice customs officers who were
Try to help me.
Hold on, and they're trying to work with the lady, but she just wanted none of it.
Yeah.
And so they ushered Alejandra back to the gate, the exact same plane we arrived on that was filling with the people to go back to Toronto. And I was like, well, we're going with you. We're not staying.
Oh, I thought that was amazing. Actually, tomorrow I felt so bad because you have the guilt. Like her whole family's here. We were planning this for so long. Not for so long, for October. We usually travel in a week. Like we decide our travels in a week, but this was done in a long time for work. I'm sorry about that. Real life.
Yeah, so I'll explain that in a minute.
So anyway, she said, I'm coming with you. And I feel bad because the baby just came in a 4-hour flight and she was exhausted.
Getting fussy.
And I don't bring her over, but she's like, I'm gonna be wherever you are. And if it's not here, we're gonna go somewhere else. I think that was what it made me feel better at the moment. I was like, are you sure you want to stay? I understand. She's like, no, let's go. So
yeah, well, we had the time booked off to be with the family, so family vacation was either going to happen here or somewhere else. So it was going to happen.
So very defeat. We didn't have time to do anything.
So they ushered us onto the plane. Well, the plane's full. People have been waiting. The plane has been delayed because of us. And at the gate, there must have been at least 10 people standing around part of this. So it was quite the ordeal. And then they ushered us onto the plane, walked us to our seats as if we're like criminals, and then asked to take a photo of Alejandra in front of the whole plane. This could have been done before we got on.
Yeah, it wasn't a pleasure moment for sure.
So thankfully, an amazing WestJet staff was so accommodating to us, and we hadn't eaten all day, and there was no food on the plane because with COVID they have some issues getting supply, and he's like, there's a couple of meals, let me see what I can put together for you. So at least Alaia was able to eat. We could hold off, which was okay, but he was really understanding of the situation too.
So we came back on a Friday. It was already 8 p.m. Nothing to do. We spent all weekend at Morgan's parents' house. Feeling a little bit sad, but trying to see the silver line of everything.
And not sure where things were going to go, so we're looking up other vacation options. Then Monday rolled around. It was like game day. Okay, we got to figure out what's going on and pull the trigger.
Right.
So
Monday arrived, and as soon as they open, 9 a.m. Some open at 9 a.m. Some open at 10 a.m.
The consulates.
The consulates and the embassy. As soon as they open, I start calling. I even call the immigration embassy here in Puerto Plata. I call everything in Toronto, consulates of Dominican in Toronto, and I even call directly here. And everybody was
surprised that it happened. They couldn't believe it, and they were also really nice. Right?
They were really nice. They were nice. They were like, they sent me emails, they sent me the resolution, print this. They called immigration. Oh, so in all this happening, I called immigration because I'm desperate. We have to buy the ticket because the only flight that was Tuesday. So if we didn't go on Tuesday, we weren't coming here, and we have lost the money of the house because we already paid for it, for the car, for everything that we already paid that they wouldn't give the money back to us. So when I called the second time to the immigration here, somebody
when she called the customs at the airport.
I called immigration of the airport already, and this person answered the phone. Super, I don't know what
short and rude. I think that's a good way of saying it. I don't speak Spanish, basic words, and I was like, oh.
Short and rude, like, no, this resolution doesn't apply to you. Obviously, they didn't know about this resolution. They're talking about other resolution where they accept expired passport Venezuelans who live in Dominican. However, my situation, I don't live in Dominican, but I have expired passport I travel with and my PR card from Canada. So they say, that they don't know about that. that they talk with the Santo Domingo embassy and there is nothing to do. And I said, can you give me your name? Just to try to communicate with the other person to know who you are giving information to. And the guy just hung on me. Like, super rude. And like, wow, okay. Finally, one consulate and the embassy replied to me that this was solved, that they talked with them, that I can go now. And I called back this same guy who hung out on me because
At the customs here at the airport in Puerto Plata?
Exactly,
Yeah.
customs at Puerto Plata, because I don't want to buy another ticket and go through the same thing. So I called and the same guy answered the phone and he very sure again he said, yes, I have the paper. You can stop worrying now. You can come. Like, not even an apologize of, okay, we made you lose your flight. We put your
Fly a
baby
baby
through, yes, through this, and we didn't listen to you. Nothing. At this point, nobody have apologized to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you know what? Let's just be positive. Things happen. Let's just go and have a good time. Here it's freezing. It will be nice to have some sun.
Monday was a massive snowstorm in Toronto. So we're like, you know what? Let's just try a little harder to go.
Yeah.
So we ended up buying the flight. We called WestJet. We spent probably 6 hours on the phone with WestJet just to make sure everything was going to be good, explaining the situation.
More than
getting
spend 6 hours.
notes in their file and
Yeah,
everything. And then, so we boarded the flight. Oh, so we go to the airport. This time it's not so smooth. We had a 4-hour delay in our flight because of the snowstorm the day previous.
Yeah, and at this point, we have been trying to locate our suitcase because on Friday when they get us back in the same flight, nobody knew where our suitcase was.
Nobody knows where our suitcase is now.
Yeah.
There's no one's ever made a note of it,
Right.
which is confusing. Anyways, I'm confident the universe is going to bring it back to us, because when you travel, I don't know if you do this, but we do. We kind of put like some of our best clothes or outfits or comfortable outfits in
And
it.
then we wanted to create content too, so.
And so that's that.
Yeah.
So really hoping that bag comes back into our lives at
Right.
some point.
But
And-
anyways, we came.
Yeah,
we
we
came on Tuesday, and I was nervous already before landing.
And I was nervous too.
I'm telling Morgan, like, I don't know if they communicate. They say the paper is there, but I don't know. I feel a little bit anxious. And we arrived there. And as soon as we arrived to the custom, the person who had my passport said to somebody else, like, hey, Peter, come here. I'm like, can you call Jose? They told me to call him if I get a Venezuelan expired passport. So they knew my situation. You know what I mean? Like, the good thing is, like, I can understand everything they're talking. So I knew somebody heard about expired Venezuelan passport. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be easy. They know. Easy. Another bus come, not the same one on Friday. Somebody completely new, a little bit more polite, but still, you know, a little stray and
But probably another half hour, 45 minutes, everyone's gone. The employees in the place are like, can we go home now? I'm like, sorry.
And at this point, I have the resolution printed from their website, from the government website, and I have an email from their consulate. I have everything, and the guy is still trying to figure it out if they're gonna let me in or not. And at this point, this is the beauty of speaking to language and understand the language we're in. Because at this point, another guy come and tell the guy, yeah, let her in. I call whoever and she can come in. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'm gonna be fine. No, this guy doesn't want to hear anybody. He just wanna keep investigating if I can get here or anything. And I'm like, wow.
So our stomachs were a little bit
Yeah.
turning upside down,
Yeah.
inside out. But we finally made it with no luggage. But that's okay.
Yeah.
We bought a pack of underwear before we left, just
yeah.
in case we didn't get a bag.
We have one shirt each,
One pair of shorts each.
one sport.
Sports bra,
Yeah.
bathing suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're gonna enjoy, you know, at the end of the day, Morgan says something's true and it's our motto. We really believe everything happened for a reason. And you know what? On Sunday, it was this crazy snow in Toronto, and Morgan's on Monday, sorry. And Morgan's mom was alone. So if we wouldn't been there, she would have been
She'd
stuck.
probably still be inside.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, we never know. So just believe that the universe has you exactly where you need to be. And at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. There's bigger issues.
Totally. And yes, at the end of the day, I want to make sure that this resolution is everywhere. So if other Venezuelans go through this, it will be a little bit easier for them. I know xenophobia does exist. I experienced it for the first time. It was really hard. And the worst part is like it's from your same people. You know, it's like Latin people who have countries, similar countries, and should be understanding of the situation we're going through. So it's very sad how to see how we fight each other. So I hope to do something.
Yeah, absolutely. That's our goal out of all of this, is to hopefully make change, because it was a really horrible
It was
feeling,
traumatic for sure, yeah.
and really not like really bad experience that no one should have to experience.
That's right. Well, thank you for listening to us.